Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's mug, life is beautiful. Today's shirt, being a leader. That's it. That's the flex. All right, here we go. We're going to jump in. I've been asked this question more times than I can count, particularly by young people. And when I do workshops or speeches around purpose, passion, principle, and people, I always get asked this question. T, how do you know how to find your purpose? How do you know what it is? How did you know what it is? I'll be transparent like I always try to be. I thought my purpose in life was to go to college, get some degrees, and go make some money so I could break the cycle of poverty in my family. That's what I thought it was, because nobody ever really told me about purpose. People told me about chasing dreams and chasing careers, but nobody told me about chasing purpose. And so I'm going to give you some ways today, some processes. That's why today is don't skip the process of purpose. Here's how you find it. People make it sound like it's deep and it's complicated. I'll be honest, I found mine. It was an accident to me, but it wasn't an accident to God. God had orchestrated it before I was even born that this was going to be my purpose. But I had a different thought about what was going to happen. I got invited for a weekend retreat to work with kids. And I said, I don't do kids. I'm allergic to kids. I don't like kids. And then they said, and by the way, it's in the woods. I'm like, and black people don't go in the woods. I could not have known that I would go on a weekend retreat with young people that would change the entire course of my life, and that 6 months later I'd be taking a $55,000 pay cut. Yep, y'all know black people don't take pay cuts, don't you? And white people who are watching, we don't go to college to take pay cuts. We go to college to increase our net worth and come out of generational poverty. Okay, so in case you didn't know, now you know. But I took a $55,000 pay cut to go work at a program called Teen Institute that changed my entire life, the trajectory of my life, and really put me on purpose. The first question you have to ask yourself when you're trying to find your purpose is, what matters most to me? What matters most? When you start to figure it out, I started to realize that every time kids were successful, it did something to me. Every time I could help a kid find their course or their way, it did something to me. Every time a kid was killed, it destroyed parts of my heart. It became clear to me that this kid thing was a part of my purpose. And that no matter how many times I tried to run from it and go back to corporate America, no matter how many times I tried to do something different, they were my purpose. Kids were what mattered most to me. So you got to ask yourself, where do you continually find yourself being drawn? Forget the money. People always say, ask yourself, what would you do if you could do it for, if you didn't get paid to do it? That's a great question, but that doesn't mean it matters most to you. What is the thing that is at the core of who you are? What matters most to you? What do you care about at the core of who you are? That's the first question. And then ask yourself, do your talents and your strengths align to the thing that matters most to you? Is there an alignment? I started to realize that part of my strength is being able to reflect back to young people who they are, showing them a mirror that wasn't the funhouse mirror, that wasn't a distorted image of who they are, helping our young people to see who they are at the core, because if we can get them to see more, we can get them to be more. So that was a part of my talent. I didn't even know it was there, y'all. I never intended to work with kids. I never intended to have kids. If you know me, I declared very young, I don't intend to be a mom. But that's why God says, for I know the plans I have for you. I'm so blessed to be the mom of 2 sons and a grandmother of a grandson. So let me just say to you, when you start to look at your strengths and your talents, you'll know its purpose if they are so automatically aligned to the things that matter to you. My ability to come in and just penetrate the hearts and minds of young people, I don't always have that ability with adults. But I absolutely know that a part of my purpose exists with young people, because what mattered most to me also aligned to my talents and my strengths. That's where my gifting resides. Real talk. If you want to know for sure, try it on. See if it fits. Good morning, Tasha. If you want to know if it's for you, try it on and see if it fits. Because here's what I know. If it's for you, it feels right. It felt right for me when I walked away from, in my 20s, from a really lucrative job, y'all. It felt right to me. It fit like a glove. Being in this space with young people always feels right to me. So it matters to me what happens to them. My talents are aligned. And when I tried it on, it fit. And ultimately, your purpose ought to make you feel good. It's not why you do it, but it ought to make you feel good. Does what you are doing give you good vibes? Does it make you feel good? When I help young people, and when young people come back and they say, Miss T, I want to thank you for blah, 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 blah. You did this because you did this, and this is the outcome and the result of that. If that's true for you, it might be a clue that you are walking in purpose. So ask yourself, what matters most to me? Do my talents and my strengths align to what matters most to me? When I tried it on and I tried to do the thing that I think is my purpose, was it a good fit? Did it fit like the glove, y'all? If it don't fit, you need to quit. And finally, does it give you good vibes? And if you can say yes to all of those things, you really have a clue about whether or not this is your purpose. And so inevitably, I'm always asked, T, what is your purpose? I know it has to do with kids, but what is it? And mine is easy. I am the human Windex. My purpose in life is to clean, like Windex, the lenses of young people so that they can see clearly how amazing they already are. Would I have liked to have had a different purpose like Oprah? Yep. But that's not my purpose. My purpose is simply to clean the lenses of humanity so that people can see how amazing they already are. I'm the Amazing T Street, but you know what? There's nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. Go find your purpose. Whatever you do, don't skip the process of purpose because you'll miss out on life. Have an amazing day.